You're about to buy the BOOX Note Air 5C and either feel calm and organized or feel trapped in a screen that doesn't behave the way you expected. You'll know buy versus skip based on your real routine, not hype. If you want bright, fast LCD-style color and app animations, skip it. Picture client handoffs, rust edits, and deadline notes that can't get messy. As a freelancer, your day is a chain of small, high-stakes moments, and your tools either keep up or they add friction. A client sends a PDF, you need to mark it up. Then you jump into a call. Then you're rewriting notes into something clean enough to deliver. The BOOX Note Air 5C is built around a 10.3-inch Kaleido 3 color ePaper display with 4,096 colors, which is a very specific kind of usefulness. It lets you keep color meaning where it counts, like highlighting changes, separating priorities, and spotting your own notes later without squinting at a glowing screen. You're not staring at a tiny phone screen while juggling messages, and you're not forced to drag a laptop out just to review one document. If your work is document-heavy and your day is fragmented, this form factor and screen type are aimed at keeping you in the flow instead of constantly switching context. Writing only helps if it's accurate in the moment, because the moment is the whole point. When you're taking notes during a call, you don't get a second chance to capture the exact numbers, the exact next steps, or the one phrase the client repeats that tells you what they actually care about. Here's the simple test. If you can't write naturally and trust what you wrote, you'll stop using the device. This one supports BOOX Stylus Touch with 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity plus capacitive touch, so your handwriting and markups can be controlled, not sloppy and inconsistent. And because the page lists a flat cover lens glass screen, the surface is meant to feel like a deliberate reading and writing layer, not a fragile add-on that you're scared to touch. The black and white resolution is listed at 2480 by 1860 at 300 ppi, which matters when you're scanning small text, reviewing dense PDFs, or catching the difference between 0.1 and 0.7 in a spec sheet. If your work is document-heavy and your day is fragmented, this form factor and screen type are aimed at keeping you in the flow instead of constantly switching context. Real freelance work isn't one file type, and it's never one clean app. One client sends a docx, another sends a PDF, a third shares a PPTX, and in the middle of it you're pulling reference images, checking old drafts, and trying to keep everything in one place so you're not searching across devices at midnight. The BOOX Note Air 5C runs Android 15 and explicitly supports third-party apps, and it lists broad document support like PDF, Doc, DocX, PPT, PPTX, EPUB, EPUB3, MOBI, text, and more, plus common image formats like PNG and JPEG, and audio formats like WAV and MP3. That's not a spec flex, it's a workflow relief. It means you can receive files in the formats people actually send, open them, annotate them, and move on. Connectivity is listed as Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth 5.1, which supports the modern reality of working across devices, whether that's moving audio, using accessories, or staying synced during a day that never stays in one room. It's built to handle messy inputs and still give you a single, focused place to read, write, and review. The page states that Kaleido 3 color e-ink screens can look darker or grayer than LCD LED displays, so if you want bright, vivid color, your expectation will clash with the technology. The page also warns that many mobile apps are optimized for LCD OLED behaviors and can conflict with e-ink slower refresh expectations, so animation-heavy experiences may feel uncomfortable. Now let's make the daily meaning concrete, because that's where buy versus skip becomes obvious. The screen is 10.3 inches, which is big enough to read a full page without feeling like you're peeking through a keyhole, but still slim enough to feel like a tool, not furniture. The dimensions are listed at 225 by 192 by 5.8 millimeters, and the weight is approximately 430 grams, which translates into something simple. You can actually carry it between rooms, between meetings, or from your desk to a coffee shop without it feeling like a laptop replacement that weighs you down. When you're freelancing, you don't always work in one perfect setup, and weight becomes a decision you make every morning. The front light is listed with CTM warm and cold, which is practical when your workday shifts from bright morning to late night review. A warm phone can be easier on your eyes when you're checking a final draft at night, and a cooler tone can keep text crisp during the day. And when the page lists a G sensor for auto rotation, that's another friction reducer. You can rotate for how you're holding it or how the content is shaped, instead of constantly fighting the layout. This isn't about a flashy feature, it's about the device getting out of your way when you're already juggling too much. On performance, the page lists an octa-core CPU with BSR and 6GB RAM with 64GB storage. You don't need to treat that like a gaming spec, treat it like a stability spec. You're opening large PDFs, switching between documents, moving from reading to writing to referencing, and you want the device to keep responding predictably. And when the page includes a micro SD card spot, that's a quiet advantage if your archive grows fast. Reference PDFs, client deliverables, templates, and personal knowledge bases can pile up. Micro SD gives you a way to expand without constantly deleting things you might need next month. Then there are the little professional touches that matter when this is a daily tool. The power button includes fingerprint recognition, which signals two things: convenience and a level of privacy appropriate for client work. You're not leaving sensitive documents open on a shared desk, and you're not typing a passcode repeatedly when you're moving between calls. The USB-C port is listed with OTG support and can be used as an audio jack, which gives you flexibility when you're adapting to different setups. Some days you're pairing Bluetooth, other days you're plugging in, and the tool supports both styles of work without forcing one.
Audio is also represented. Built-in dual speakers and a built-in microphone are listed. That's not saying it replaces a studio mic or your best headset, but it means the device can participate in a modern workflow where audio shows up everywhere, from voice notes to reference clips to quick playback without needing a separate device every time. And because Bluetooth 5.1 is listed, you can still lean on your preferred accessories when you want a more controlled audio setup. If you're wondering about reading clarity, the page gives you a very direct clue. Black and white resolution at 300 ppi is specifically about text sharpness, and color resolution at 150 ppi is about the trade-off you accept for color on e-ink. This is why the Note Air 5C can be great for color-coded structure and still not be the right choice if you want color richness like a conventional tablet. On e-ink, color is functional, not glossy. If your use case is reviewing content, organizing meaning, and seeing distinctions at a glance, color e-ink can help. If your use case is, I want the color to pop and feel like a magazine on an iPad, the page itself tells you to expect disappointment. Battery is listed at 3700 mAh lithium polymer battery, which gives you a baseline that this is designed to be portable and untethered, but the key is how you'll use it. Reading, writing, and static review align with e-ink's strengths, while constant app switching and animation-heavy interfaces don't. The page is basically telling you the strategy. Use it for focused content and your experience improves. Force it into the role of a conventional tablet and you'll fight it. So here's the decision in plain terms. The BOOX Note Air 5C is for a freelancer who wants a paper-like, focused workflow. Read documents, annotate them, capture real notes, and keep moving between tasks without your eyes feeling like they're living inside a backlit screen. But it is not promising the behavior of a bright, fast, app-first color tablet, and the page goes out of its way to warn you about that. Buy it if you're a freelancer who lives in documents and handwritten notes and wants a 10.3-inch Kaleido 3 color ePaper workspace on Android 15 for focused reading, markup, and clean note capture across common file types. Skip it if your deal breaker is needing bright, vivid LCD-style color and smooth animation-heavy app performance. The product page itself tells you that's the wrong match. If this sounds like the kind of practical upgrade you've been looking for, you'll find a link to the BOOX Note Air 5C in the description below. Take a moment to check the details, read more reviews, and see if it fits your needs on Amazon. Some links are affiliate links, so I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. If your work is built around PDFs, drafts, and constant revisions, the BOOX Note Air 5C makes the most sense when you treat it like a focused reading and writing tool that happens to support Android apps. The page-back strengths are clear: a 10.3-inch Kaleido 3 color ePaper screen for readable structure, sharp black and white text resolution for dense documents, and stylus input with 4096 levels for clean, controlled notes. The decision comes down to expectations and routine. If you want a calmer screen, practical color for meaning, and a device that supports common formats like PDF, DocX, and PPTX while staying portable at approximately 430 grams, it fits the freelancer lifestyle of deadlines, calls, and quick handoffs. If you need a bright, fast, conventional tablet feel with color that looks like LCD and apps that assume high refresh behavior, the product page itself tells you that's the wrong match. Missing information I need, real-world battery runtime under typical reading and note-taking, charging speed over USB-C, what exactly is included in the box, the stated update or support policy for Android 15, and any explicit refresh mode or pen latency details.